What's up guys, it's English Dan and I'm back with another video. So what are we talking about today? Well, it's another one of those like the last video. Is it worth it? Is it worth buying the Sony WF-1000XM5 noise cancelling earbuds? Is it worth buying those in 2025? I'll let you know. Welcome back guys. So yeah, I've had these since launch. These are the Sony WF-1000XM5. Whoever does the name creations at Sony needs to just chill out. Just chill, dude. You don't need all these letters and numbers. Let's just simplify it. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to call these the XM5s. We know we're talking about earbuds because they're in my hand. All right. So yeah, these are the XM5s. These, $299, brand new. They've been $299 since the day they came out. Sometimes you can get them on sale for $249. If you're really lucky, you can catch them factory refurbished at $130 on eBay with a 2-year all-state warranty. Let me just tell you, right off the back, spoiler alert, if you can buy these for $130 or $150 with a 2-year warranty, factory refurbished, that's the important part, not seller refurbished. You're stupid not to go for that if you're looking for this kind of thing. But anyway, let's talk about these things and if they're for you right now. So the main thing for me when it comes to earbuds is the audio quality, the sound quality, what you're hearing is, to me, the main thing. I've had this argument back and forth for a few years now with iPhone users. I'm using an iPhone to record this video. There's my Apple Watch Ultra. I'm not against the iPhone whatsoever or Apple products, but a lot of people tell me, oh, the AirPod Pro 2s are the best earbuds you can get because they connect to everything so seamlessly. That isn't the important thing with headphones or earbuds or anything audio-wise. In my opinion, that's just the way I am. I've listened to hundreds, thousands of different devices and it's just, audio is the main thing to me. And when it comes to audio with these things, these are still fantastic. They're extremely well balanced for all types of music, whether you're looking for something really bassy or whether you're looking for something that's got more details in there, clear voice, listening to the instruments, good mids, things like that. These are a really well balanced set of earbuds. Any genre of music, you're good to go with these. Now, when I say bass music, like I did a moment ago, these aren't quite as bassy as the previous version, the XM4s. If you're looking for that real head-pounding bass, then the XM4 may be what you want to go with, but these still do have really good low end. It's nice, deep, it's a smooth bass, and it doesn't muddy. Like the XM4, every now and then could muddy some of the details, and I mean, it depends what you're listening to, but if you're listening to a lot of song words, detailed instruments, things like that, then you're definitely far better off with the XM5. So yeah, overall audio quality on these, I think these are cream of the crop still right now in 2025. When it comes to features, obviously these have the noise cancelling, transparency, app, blah, blah. They have pretty much everything that any premium set of earbuds will have. When it comes to the noise cancelling, if noise cancelling is important to you, can't go wrong with these. I think these in this price range are they are the best. They really are. Now, Bose, they also have some really good noise cancelling on their earbuds, but I think the Sonys take it. AirPods Pro 2 were really good, but I don't know what happened with them. Some update came out and the noise cancelling kind of changed on them, and it's not as good. Still good, just not as good. But these, for me, are the best noise cancelling earbuds, especially when you can have noise cancelling on and still get 8 hours battery life out of the earbuds. That's not with multiple charges in the case. That's single use 8 hours. And it's a true statement by Sony that, I mean, I think I've had a little over 8 hours. I think they're actually underdoing it a little bit by 8 hours. So yeah, they're fantastic when it comes to battery life. Really, really good. But yeah, noise cancelling on these, fantastic. So if that's a big thing for you, then that's the way to go. They also have the transparency mode, obviously. And yeah, it worked good. It's decent enough. It's not as good as the AirPod Pros 2 when it comes to transparency. For me, again, they're the best when it comes to transparency mode. If you don't know what transparency is, it's while you've got your music playing and someone talks to you, you can hear them over your music. So, if you're in a busy office or something and you're listening to your music with your earbud in, you can still hear people talking to you without having a pause. There's nothing worse than someone talking to you or you talking to somebody and you're talking to them thinking they can hear you and they turn around to you and go, oh, give me a minute, let me pause this. It sucks when that happens. So transparency mode is really good for things like that. These are probably second or third best in that category. But yeah, overall audio on these and features is really good. I'll touch more on the battery life in a bit. They also have the app. Sony do have the Sony Connect app, and that is a convoluted mess. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's not a mess, let's say. It's just far more. It's terribly laid out, let's say. Whoever laid it out, it's as if they tried to show everything they possibly could in a mixed up manner in the app to make it look like there's so much you can do, and you don't need it. You know, sometimes it's just too much, and that's the way I feel with the Sony Connect app. It's just too much. When you've got apps like the Soundcore app, which I always say is the best app out there, it does everything that the Sony Connect app can do, but it's simplified and it's not confusing. I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, I can use the Sony Connect app. That's great. You've probably been using these kind of things for a while, but let's just say this was your first time using something like this and the first time you're using them apps, and you open the Connect app. You're going to be looking at it and you're like, what in the... Yeah, it's just that's how it is with the Sony Connect app. Somebody needs to sit down on Sony and think, all right, we've got all these features. We've got a really good set of earbuds. Why are we making this like a massive jigsaw of pieces scattered around everywhere on how to do your earbuds? They could simplify the app so much and make it so much more customer focus friendly, user friendly. It's just, I don't know. I think they're trying to make it look like it's more than it actually is, maybe. Going for that audiophile kind of person who wants all these extra features, which, don't get me wrong, you can still have those extra features. You just don't need it laid out the way they do in the Sony Connect app. So that's a negative for me, is the Sony Connect app. But at least it's got app compatibility. So they do update. You can change the graphic equalizer, things like that. Touched on the battery life. And the battery life, like I say, I've been getting just over 8 hours with noise cancelling on. I travel quite a bit and I use earbuds all the time, and I use these a hell of a lot. As you can see, the box is slightly discoloured on these, and I'll get onto durability shortly. But yeah, battery life on these is great. If you use it without noise cancelling on, you're getting way over 10 hours, way over. They're great. And then you've got multiple charges on the case, and it, you have to excuse me because of the strokes. My memory is not the best. I can't remember exactly how many charges you can get out of the box. I think it's 2 or 3. But yeah, the battery life on these is great. They're fantastic when it comes to longevity. Durability, like I was saying. So because of the color of the case, I wear a lot of blue jeans. They're slightly tinted blue on like the edges. It's probably not picking it up on the camera. But yeah, there is a slight tint around the edges where, you know, it rubs going in and out your pockets and things like that. But other than that, I've dropped these. I've done all kinds with them, and they've been fine. The case is great. It's solid flipping. It's not worn loose or anything like that. The magnet's still good inside there. USB-C charging. They do charge really fast. The actual earbuds themselves, they are a little different to the XM4. The XM5 are more of this bulbous shape instead of the slab that they used to have. Now, they made them this way because they're meant to be more ergonomic and more comfortable for your ear. That's really subjective, and it depends on the person, because while I find these comfortable, they do press a little bit on the inside of my ear, and they can become a little bit uncomfortable, whereas the XM4 didn't do that. So I personally thought the XM4 were more comfortable, but I know people with these who had the XM4 and they say these are far and away more comfortable. I suppose it's just dependent on how deep your ears are. My ears are very flat to my head, so now I've lost weight, you can actually see my ears, but when my head was the size of a bowling ball before, it looked like I had no ears. So, you know, that's how shallow my ears are. Other thing though, and it's not a durability thing, but it's an important thing for when you're wearing these, is the ear tips that come with these. You'll notice mine have got black silicone tips on here, and I'll tell you what these are in a second, but they come with color matching foam tips, and they are trash in my opinion. They are not very good at conforming to the inside of your ear. They hurt as well. I find I've got terrible ear fatigue, and I am not one of the people that gets ear fatigue, but the tips that come with these, they're just not very good. You squeeze them in your ear and they don't seem to ever conform to the shape of your ear. They're always trying to push out to how they were when you pulled them out of the box, which is just not good. So what I do, I just swap them out with a set of my own tips. What I'm using here is the periodic audio tips. Silicone, even the foam tips from periodic audio are really good. So my big recommendation is when you buy these, make sure you go and get yourself some tips as well, just in case, you know, for the sake of $10-20, when you're spending this much money on a set of earbuds like this, 1, you don't want any sound leakage, 2, you want to be comfortable, and 3, you just, there's just no excuse for Sony to ship them with these. I understand that they've sent foam tips, and foam tips are the best, supposedly. Again, all subjective, depending on the person. You might actually find the tips to be comfortable, but a lot of people I know, no, they don't find them very comfortable at all. For me, if I was you, I'd take them out of the box. I'd look at them. I'd either put them back in the box or I'd throw them in the trash. Them ear tips are rubbish. When it comes to value on these, yes, they are still $300 from brand new. And if you're looking for earbuds in this range, then these are, yes, the best, and they are probably still worth the $300, but you can get them on sale for $249, $229, definitely worth grabbing them at that price point. If you're lucky enough and you get factory refurbished, not seller refurbished, but if you can get factory refurbished through eBay, you can get them as low as, I think over Christmas or Black Friday in the United States, they were as low as $130 with a 2-year all-state warranty, which is just, if you can get these at that price, you don't need to buy any other earbuds at all. Obviously, these are in competition with the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra, if I remember rightly, and a similar price. And they're also obviously in line or are competing with the AirPods Pro 2. And they're, I think, $249, but you can get them on sale quite often at around $179. These are a better earbud than the AirPods Pro 2. Just have a far better sound quality, I believe. You can control the sound the way you want to listen to it. They are just better. The Bose are a lot closer to these than the AirPod Pro 2. The AirPod Pro 2 are really good, especially if you're in the Apple ecosystem, especially with a quick pair across multiple devices, but the audio isn't as good as this. Now, one thing that is better on the AirPod Pro 2 is the transparency mode. That is the best transparency mode on the market. They were really close to this for the noise cancelling as well, but there was an update a little while ago on the AirPod Pro 2, and I don't know, it just made the noise cancelling not so good. I don't know, it was something where, you know, Apple had to remove something, because I know that they were having some issues with the company and they've had to remove certain things from certain devices, certain features, so maybe it was to do with that. But the noise cancelling does seem to be not as good as it was when they released these. However, the noise cancelling is top notch. But yeah, value for money on these, $300. If you're expecting to spend that kind of money, then yeah, you know, they're still the best out there. If you can get them on sale, better for you. If you can get them factory refurbished and you don't mind that, no brainer at $130. So yeah, basically these are still, in my opinion, the best earbuds you can get today. They just are. Overall sound quality, longevity, durability. The app for me is a bit of a negative, but it gets everything done that you need to be done. You've just got to work your way through it, unfortunately. It could be a lot more simple process for you to do things, but I mean, at least it's got app support still. Yeah, amazing battery life, amazing sound. I don't think you can go wrong with the XM5. I think they're a really, really good earbud. What I would suggest is, unless you really want this off-white color, I'd go with the black ones, because then you don't get this discoloration like I've got on mine here. But yeah, overall, these are really still worth your money if you're looking for a top-end noise-cancelling earbud at the beginning of 2025. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.